The fight between Tyron Woodley and Leon Edwards, scheduled for next weekend, has been cancelled. Leon posted this to his Instagram. In the caption he wrote, "Last night I went to sleep with some hope that UFC London would continue next week. I woke up this morning to news that it won't be. We have been working with the UFC on possible solutions to keep the fight alive, but unfortunately with such a short window of time, nothing was viable. Myself and my team are all fathers, husbands, sons, and brothers, and not all of us can leave our families right now. I wish we could have found a way for the fans, I truly do. I have been dreaming about headlining a UFC show in my home country since I started this sport. This cancellation is truly heartbreaking. I have never worked harder and never been more prepared for the biggest moment in my career, but I know that the whole world is hurting right now, and this is bigger than me. This is bigger than sports. All I can hope for is that all of you stay safe and look after each other as we get past this and move forward. I am humbled by the thousands of messages of support I have received in the hours since the announcement. I truly appreciate you all and feel a lot of love right now. I look forward to this event being rebooked when it is safe to do so Tyron and I can put on the show that you all deserve. Please take care, we will all get through this. Rocky." As for Tyron Woodley's status, Ariel Helwani tweeted this. It says, "Woodley's involvement on the card is still yet to be determined. City is still to be determined. They have begun talking about replacement options, but still haven't finalized where the card is happening yet, and he hasn't agreed to a new foe. They are still hell-bent on going through with it." Colby Covington has offered to step in for Leon Edwards. After the news broke, Colby tweeted, "Word on the street is Leon Scott is out. The UFC and America need a hero. Who wants to see America's champ put the MAGA cape on and beat the f*** out of Tyron Woodley live on ESPN next week for your entertainment and my own personal pleasure." At UFC Fight Night 170, Johnny Walker was defeated by Nikita Krylov via unanimous decision. Michael Bisping reacted by posting this photo of him and Walker after the fight. In the caption he wrote, "Respect to Johnny Walker. He lost a very hard-fought fight tonight, but you wouldn't have guessed it from his attitude. I bumped into him in the elevator and he was just focusing on the fact that he went 3 rounds with a great fighter, something he never done, and how beneficial that would be to his career. That's the way to handle it. Accept the loss, learn from it, and come back better. You have my respect, brother. Looking forward to your next fight." Kevin Lee, in a recent interview, reacts to his loss to Charles Oliveira. He said that he tried to take control of the fight and choked himself out. Speaking to MMA Fighting, he went on to say, I got choked, so I don't know. The fight was going good, I just got choked. That's all I really can't put it on anything else but that. The first 2 rounds I felt like I stuck to the game plan, then I sat in my corner before the third and I told them I was going to switch up the game plan. And looking back on it, I admit that was the wrong move. I tried to take control of the fight instead of just trying to let the fight happen, so I choked myself out. I think lightweight is still my home. I just have to fine-tune some things, but I'm going to take a long time. I kind of rushed into this fight. It will probably be a good minute before you all see me again. It will probably be a few years or so. Joanna Jedrzejczyk gives an update 1 week after her fight with Zhang Weili.
Hello guys, made it home. I'm in Poland. It's almost 2 a.m. Happy to be back home. I took a long shower. I unpacked some stuff. Now I'm having a small home spa. It's a mud mask. Of course, I'm still having so many bruises on my face, on my chest. The swelling went down, but I feel better. So we good. About to go to sleep. I cannot wait to enjoy my family and friends. But be safe, guys, okay? Be safe. Kisses.
Valentina Shevchenko on Ariel Helwani's MMA show speaks on her next fight with Joanne Calderwood. She says that she has a good style and doesn't care who she fights next and is ready for anyone.
Of course, when they brought up the name of Jojo, I knew that because I was offering before this one opportunity to fight her, and I was ready to take this fight. So yeah, I think she's good. She has good style. She's an MMA fighter, and as I said, I don't care who fight next. Yes. I'm ready for anyone. For me, there is no just that simple measurement, that simple scale where you put your opponent, how difficult she is, because for me the difficulty of the opponent, it's not just in a person, it's all combining together, the preparation, how you felt during preparation, because sometimes if you are not in the right mindset, if you are not in the right, if you don't have right power and dedication for your training, your performance will be poor, even against an opponent that they are considering that not that or something, or I don't know why, but this is my thoughts. There is no easy opponents. You have to prepare yourself in the best shape, in the best power as you can. That's why probably the fight would be easier than you are thinking. And of course, it's not only about the opponent. It's about more about yourself, how you prepare yourself for the fight.
Khabib Nurmagomedov received some gifts at the American Kickboxing Academy.
Wow. Look, tell me, how do you feel about this? I don't know. Look at this.
No Islam name?
No Islam name. This is yours. Look at that.
This is my.
This is yours?
Yes.
How's it yours? How can it be yours? You no diet? You have diet? Look at that too, Habib. Look at that too.
This one is good. This one is good.
But what do you?
This one.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with
for
it?
Me, brother, for me.
Look, you got 3 of them.
I need to massage. Sir, enjoy, brother. Enjoy.
Darren Till posts some new training footage to his Instagram.
Big pulls, arms along, pushing your legs. One, get it up. Holy shit, get it up. Lock it. Oh, come on. Yeah. One, so fast. Up. 2, come on. Nice.
Ray Longo on the Anakin Florian podcast speaks on Zhang Weili's victory over Joanna Jedrzejczyk. He says that it was a close fight, but believes Joanna won.
I thought she was breaking her by the end of the second round, and it looked like the girl was confused. Like, she's normally, like the bully in there, and this time it just wasn't happening. Joanna, and I agree with Kenny, should have been maybe a little more side-to-side movement. Like, I think Nama Yunus will give her a fit if she fights her, but she was able to stay in front of her, and she was, I think, a little quicker, not as strong, but she did push that fight forward. I thought she controlled the dance, and I do think Weili came back unbelievable in the 5th round and showed really had to dig down deep. But I got to tell you, at the end of the fight, I thought Joanna, I thought they owed it to her as a former champion with that performance. I thought she won that fight. And it was close. It was a great fight. Obviously, again, I agree, Hall of Fame fight. That I certainly was on the edge of my couch, going crazy. But just a great fight for the fans, and I think because of that fight, it highlights what a stink of the other fight was. And I know there'll be some controversy over that, but.
Matt Serra on UFC Unfiltered speaks on Israel Adesanya versus Yoel Romero. He says that his next fight with Paulo Costa will be very different.
If you look at Adesanya's prior fights, when he fought like Robert Whittaker,
Brunson,
when he fought Brunson, when he fought who am I thinking
Gastelum?
of? Oh, Gastelum.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Because when guys are bringing it to him, it brings out.
That's right.
He's ferocious. So you've seen something similar when he fought Anderson Silva. Matter of fact, it was more of something similar. They're feeling each other out. They're doing a little something where Anderson Silva wasn't going in there trying to destroy him. He plays the counter fighter too. So I do agree with this when it comes down to his next fight, which should be Costa. I feel that's going to be a different fight.
Much different.
Because Costa's going to be looking. The reason why Costa Romero was so devastating was Costa was trying to take his fucking head off.
And Romero could counter because he was right there. Sure.
But that's how I think Costa's going to go in with such lack of respect for Adesanya. Just trying to destroy the skinny guy.
And Michael Bisping on the Believe You Me podcast speaks on Paulo Costa's sparring session with the YouTuber Logan Paul.
Yeah, so I'll be honest, I got sucked in because some journalists shared the entire video. And Logan Paul, is it Logan Paul or Jake Paul? Who are we talking about? One of the Pauls. Right, Logan Paul is a YouTuber, right? But I've never watched any of his stuff. But this journalist clicked on the link, put a link, and I clicked on it as I was having my morning coffee. I gotta say, it was a very, very entertaining video. And part of it is a little minute that he's at the Performance Institute and he's sparring Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa knocks him out. It's clearly fake, but it's a bit of fun and games for his YouTube thing. So I don't think anyone's gonna buy that. I think they just know it's a bit of bullshit, a bit of fun and games. Because you can clearly see, if anything, it hits his shoulder, Yeah, well, anyway, there you go. That's what Logan Paul and Paulo Costa are getting up to in their spare time.
That's gonna wrap it up for the news. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like down below and subscribe to Full Mount MMA on YouTube. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. These comments are in reference to Kevin Lee versus Charles Oliveira. First one's from Frank Castle and it says the humble Kevin Lee lasted as long as his win streak. The second one's from Mac and it says Kevin Lee and Alistair Overeem now cancel each other out. One remembers a tap that never happened and the other doesn't remember a tap that did. And the final one says Kevin Lee saw holes in Oliveira's game. Unfortunately, he got caught in one of them. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next video, be sure to drop a comment down below on this one.